Hello again, and you're very welcome to another Gaelic game as we continue our coverage of colleges football, the replay of the Mhuirí final between St. Brendan's of Killarney and Cork's Colaiste on Spioraid Naomh. Well, both teams served up a thrilling game in the drawn encounter, and so both had to make it back to Carrigadrohid for this replay. Liam Nash describes the action.
Good afternoon and welcome to Carrigadrohid for the eagerly awaited replay of the Mhuirí final between St. Brendan's Killarney and Colaiste and Spioraid Naomh from Bishopstown in Cork. And Brendan's first out onto the pitch, and I must say the Carrigadrohid pitch looking absolutely fantastic for this replayed game. Brendan's will line out as follows. They have Joe Sullivan in goals, Darren Courtney, Alan Looney, John Payne, the full back line, Galen Carol Foley, who captains the side, and Shane Lynch, the half back line, Michael O'Donoghue and Mike Maloney in the centre of the field, Brian Looney, Kieran O'Leary and Jimmy Falvey, the half forward line, and Dennis Galvin, David Murphy and Jamie Doolan, the full forward line. And Colaiste and Spioraid Naomh being led onto the field by their captain Michael Shields. Spioraid Naomh looking for their first ever title. Brendan's going for their 19th. But Bishopstown will line out with Ken O'Halloran in goals, Owen Byrne, Cillian O'Driscoll and Niall Collins the full back line. My poor Tim Creed and Ross O'Dwyer the half back line. Michael Shields, who captains the side, and Dennis Crowley in the centre of the field. Ricky Kenny, Owen McCann, Paul Fitzgerald the half forward line, Kieran, Corbett, Dennis, Maher, Bryan, Nunan the full forward line. Getting ready to start the game, checking with his umpires and linesmen. And the Mhuirí replay is on. Michael Shields for Spioraid Naomh. Free immediately. Foul on Kieran Corbett, or Ricky Kenny it was actually. Mike Shields takes the free. Breaking inside, but well taken by Carl Foley. Michael O'Donoghue only reaches Dennis Crowley. In as far as Owen McCann. Owen McCann dispossessed and back there helping out his defence, Kieran O'Leary. Brian Looney. Good ball spread wide towards Dennis Galvin. As far as Michael O'Donoghue. Getting inside Michael Shields onto the left boot. It's a pretty wayward one. Jamie Doolan will keep it in play. Jimmy Falvey cutting in along the end line, a great block by Ken O'Halloran. Breaks out to Jimmy Doolan, and Jamie Doolan kicks the first point of the game for Brendan's. A good save by Ken O'Halloran, but it came to Jamie Doolan and he just popped it over the bar. So good start for Brendan's as Ken O'Halloran kicks it out. Spioraid Naomh again deciding to play Ken O'Halloran in goals, and it was an inspired decision. The last day in the drawing game he was absolutely tremendous.
Well done, Kieran, boy, well done.
Spioraid Naomh back on the attack. Down as far as Ricky Kenny. Ricky Kenny punching it in towards Bryan Nunan. Nunan trying to cut in along the end line. Getting it across, and it comes off one of the Brendan's players out over the line, 45. And a chance for Spioraid Naomh to tie things up. Dennis Maher going to take this 45 just to the right of the posts. Good ball in from Dennis Maher, and there's the equaliser. Very good score from the 45. He's an excellent free taker and has tied the game up. It's St. Brendan's 1 point, Colaiste Spioraid Naomh 1 point. And Carol Foley, the captain. Galen Carroll, slack pass.
Come on, Dennis, that ball was yours.
It's retrieved. And Brendan's back on the attack. Scores hard to come by in the opening 10 minutes. Good bit of play by Neil Collins. Ball breaky inside towards Eoin McCann. Eoin McCann give it to Denis Maher. Denis Maher shoots and it's gone across the face of the goal and eventually goes wide off of a Spioraid Naomh player. But a good chance for Spioraid Naomh. Denis Maher being put through, but pulled his shot right across the keeper, Gerard O'Sullivan, and eventually got out wide. The kick out comes as far as Bryan Nunan. Bryan Nunan to Denis Crowley. Denis Crowley breaking through the centre of the defence, just outside the 20-metre line. Still Crowley going forward, ball broken down. Comes to Kieran Corbett, and Corbett has kicked it, and has kicked it over the bar. Denis Crowley with a great run through the centre, had his shot blocked down, but luckily came to Kieran Corbett, and Corbett on the side this week has kicked it over the bar. Ken O'Halloran's kick out. Ross the wire, good catch. But his pass has gone astray. Kieran O'Leary with the ball. O'Leary superb in the drawn game. Swinging it wide. Finding Brian Looney. Looney give it into the centre to Kieran O'Leary once again. O'Leary having a shot, and it drops, and Ken O'Halloran deals with this one very capably under the bar. Neil Collins. Fouled, free out Spioraid Naomh. Taken quickly, not a great ball, terrible ball across the goals, as a matter of fact. Putting his defence back into trouble, but Denis Crowley retrieves the situation, and then Ross O'Dwyer picks it off the ground, and sloppy defence for Spioraid Naomh. It should have been cleared a couple of times, and eventually it has given the free to Brendan's, and David Murphy will kick this one with the left boot, just about 10 metres in from the sideline. But Murphy makes no mistake with this one, and he's tied up the sides once again with 2 points apiece. Once again, kick out into the centre of the field. Tim Creed getting the better of Kieran O'Leary this time. But the referee, Brian White, says he hung on to it too long, and Brendan's taken quickly. Brian Looney, give it inside towards David Murphy, and in the space of a minute David Murphy has kicked 2 points for St. Brendan's. Very good point, good pass in from Brian Looney, and David Murphy has kicked his 2nd point, and Brendan's lead 3 points to 2. Ken O'Halloran's kick out, dropping about 50 metres out. Jamie Doolan, give it inside to Shane Lynch. Tack broken up. Denis Crowley back there helping out for Spioraid Naomh, but eventually it's a free. Brian White says that there was a foul on the Brendan's player, and quite rightly awards the free to Brendan's. Difficult free on the 13-metre line, just about 10 metres in from the sideline. But Mike O'Donoghue to kick this one. He kicked the equalising point into this goal just last week, and he has kicked this one over the bar, and saw Brendan's lead by 4 points to 2. Long ball downfield, eventually taken by John Payne out as far as Brian Looney. Brian Looney playing well in this replay game. Mike Maloney has it into the centre towards Kieran O'Leary. O'Leary finds Brian Looney in support up the centre, and Looney swings his boot at this one and has put it over the bar. And Brendan's have gone 3 points ahead, 5 points to 2. An excellent point there from Brian Looney, kicking that ball over from about 35 metres out.
Keep it up here, boys.
Line ball to Spioraid Naomh. Kieran Corbett taking it very quickly. Ball running very near the end line there. Galen Carroll gets his boot up, but he has put it out over the line for a 45, so a 45 to Spioraid Naomh, and Denis Maher to take it. very difficult one. It's only about 10 metres in from that sideline. He already has kicked a 45, driving this one. Galen Carroll gets his boot or his fist to it, comes out as far as Eoin McCann, and Eoin McCann swinging this and has kicked it over the bar, and a badly needed point for Spioraid Naomh. They're back within 2 points of Brendan's. It's Brendan's 5 points, Spioraid Naomh 3. Kick out collected by Brian Looney, having an absolute blinder in this first half. Feed it out to Jimmy Falvey, to Michael O'Donoghue. Kieran O'Leary with the ball, trying to keep it in play. Cillian O'Driscoll gets his boot to it, but O'Leary still in control. Gonna have to play it back out. Finds Jimmy Falvey. Jimmy Falvey having a go with the left boot from outside the 20-metre line, and that's a brilliant point. That's the best score of the first half so far. Great point by Jimmy Falvey, getting it about 30 metres out and swinging it over the bar with the left boot.
Come on, Sam, let's go! Team again!
Galen Carroll again finding Brian Looney in a bit of space, crosses the wire, tackling him, but it goes as far as Jamie Doolan. Jamie Doolan into Brian Looney, Brian Looney back to Jamie Doolan, still Jamie Doolan, and he decides to punch it over the bar. Wise decision and a very good point for Brendan's. They lead 7 points to 3. Great combination between Brian Looney and Jamie Doolan, and Jamie Doolan fisted it over the bar. And Gerard O'Sullivan with the kick out. Brian White looking at his watch, and there he blows the half-time whistle, a half in which again St. Brendan's have taken their chances better than Spioraid Naomh, and Brendan's lead by 7 points to 3. So can Spioraid Naomh pull themselves back into the game like they did in the drawn game? 4 points down as well that day at half-time. Denis Crowley getting them into the attack straight away. Shane Lynch trying to cover this one, but it's gone out over the line ball to Spioraid Naomh on the 45-metre line, taken very quickly. Eoin McCann with the ball. Still Eoin McCann gone inside Carl Foley. McCann give it into Denis Maher. Denis Maher on the end line, swinging a good ball across goal. Comes as far as Paul Fitzgerald, and they've got the start they wanted in the first minute of the second half. Spioraid Naomh have got a point, and it's that man, the left half forward, Paul Fitzgerald, has put the point on the board. So it's 7 points to Brendan's, 4 points Spioraid Naomh. Gerard O'Sullivan. Again, a fine kick out from the Killarney keeper. Plays with Fireys. Denis Crowley gets it. And Spioraid Naomh on the attack once again. Eoin McCann bursting through the centre, outside the 20-metre line. Giving it in to Kieran Corbett, and Kieran Corbett has popped this one over the bar. What a start to the second half for Spioraid Naomh. 2 points within the opening 2 minutes, and there's just 2 points between the sides. Mike Poore with the ball. Michael Shields not in the game so much so far, but that's a good ball from Shields down the middle. Goes as far as Bryan Nunan. Nunan still making his way forward, punches it across goal. Comes to Paul Fitzgerald, and Paul Fitzgerald has kicked his second point in the second half, and now there's only a point between the sides.